Nation. Woo! Who called it? That's right. Let's celebrate something that is great, and it is us. This is nothing good more than a serving, a self-gratifying video, because CFA called it days ago. Kohli's comeback tour, cousin, putting in that work. Nick, how are you feeling today? I see you rocking your Team India hat today. Finally, Kohli has returned to form after 100. What was it, 1,019 days? How are you, my friend?
It would be 3 years, November, and near the end of November, 3 years we're talking about since Kohli had a century. Number 71 is finally in the books. His first international T20. Hasn't had a century since November of 2019 when he got his 70th century. Almost 3 years, my friend. Are you kidding me right now? If you don't know, India played Afghanistan today. The game didn't matter in the Asia Cup. India was already bounced and ounced it out. But, man alive, Kohli, he got himself 122 off 61 against Afghanistan. Slapped around Afghanistan. India won by 101 runs, for crying out loud.
Disgusting.
Kohli, he had 18 boundaries. And guess what? He's got that thing next to his name that says not out. We said it.
Woo.
He's on the comeback tour. We said it. He was not in good form, and he looks a little different, my friends. There was something a little different. First century as a papa, right? First century in too long. Second all-time in international centuries behind the god of cricket, Sachin. Number one in active players with numbers of centuries, 71. 122. Not, he definitely overshadowed him, but KL Rahul got himself a nice 62 for crying out loud. They came out of the gate with a 212 spot, and Kohli, he ate the whole plate. He was there the entire time. Oh my gosh, it's about time. Been waiting our entire existence here in CFA for a Kohli century, and we got it, baby.
Woo! Nick, you know what's funny? Somebody was debating with you. I will say debate, not argue. Was debating with you the other day after we dropped the Kohli comeback tour video. Like, what are you talking about? Kohli's not informed. Have you been paying attention the last 2.5 years? All anyone talked about was Kohli not having a century. They called it Kohli Watch 2020, cousin. They thought that COVID had took away the Kohli magic. And even when we started, Nick, I don't think we understood the greatness of a Virat Kohli. To your point, at highest with 71 now, he's the player with the most active, the active player with the most active, or active player with the most centuries, I should say, at 71, tying Ricky Ponting. But he's number 2 on the list. He's behind the god of cricket, Sachin. Wait, it gets better. He's number 2 on the list with literally 140 less innings than Ricky Ponting. Ricky Ponting did it in 688 innings. Kohli did it in 522. It's disgusting. I don't really think people appreciate how good Kohli was. And think about how bad the last 2-year stretch has been. And his average is still 53. The guy's an absolute savage. Glad to see it back. And sometimes, listen. Sometimes your career is going to hit these patches. If you're a professional athlete, you're going to hit these patches. Now, is he going to continue to rack off century after century? No, but we said he looks different. The pressure feels off. And I just think that he's playing more carefree, more aggressive. All right. That's what you see with Kohli, that fire. You know what I mean? That roar. And bro, I got goosebumps right now because, again, you want to see your heroes bang out. You want to see the best bang out. I absolutely hate seeing players, Nick, at the end of their rope when they're like these guys that were just once great. Albert Pujols, right? One of the best baseball players of all time. It hurts to watch him. He's chasing 700, right? Yep. He's like 7 home runs away from getting to 700, and he limps around the bases when he hits a home run right now. The guy's body is breaking down. You hate to see that. But Kohli does not look like he's breaking down. To me, I think it was more of a mental thing. I think the body's still there. And, bro, I'm not sure if he can touch 100. 100 centuries is a lot. I'm not sure if he can touch Sachin. but he's going to be second for sure. He's got a couple centuries in the tank, as we like to say. Super excited about this one, Nick. There's a couple other things you wanted to talk about, but again, just to put it into perspective, Nick, everybody in the top 5, including Kalis, had 600 plus innings. Kohli has done it in 522 innings. He's done it in 468 matches. To once again, Ricky Ponting's 560, which is almost, it's 82, something like that, if my math is correct off the top of my head. So he has a lot more to chase, because Sachin did take 664 matches to get to that century. You know what I mean? Can he get there? That's a lot, bro. 100 centuries is a lot, but man, CFA Nation, Kohli, we got your back. And for those hecklers, or not hecklers, let's just say, for those that would challenge us that Kohli wasn't out of form, stop it. Stop. Even Kohli will tell you, bro, I'm out of form. Even Kohli would admit he was out of form.
Almost 3 years. You're telling me the best of all time is going to go in every 3 years without a century all the time? I don't think so, for crying out loud. But something looked different. Something smelled different. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Something was different, and I'm super excited. We also got to talk about someone else who had just a performance I've never even seen before. I've never seen this stat line. I haven't ever, especially in a T20 match. Bhuvi, baby! Bhuvi, baby! 4 overs.
Bhuvi.
4 runs. 5 wickets. He had a maiden over in there, for crying out loud.
We will call it the Immaculate Over. Nick,
how do you bowl any better? In T20? 4 runs? Are you kidding me?
Bro, the Immaculate Over. The only thing you could do better is just give up no runs. Just take wicket after wicket after wicket after wicket.
You get 4 maiden. Stop it. You're dreaming. And you're dreaming. Listen, he had more wickets than runs conceded in 4 overs. Okay. Well, maybe it's the grounds. If you're an Afghanistan fan, look elsewhere right now, okay? Because Faruqi, 51 runs, okay? Ahmad, I got your back. 57 runs. We're talking about Sam Curran and Tom Curran numbers right here, for crying out loud. Had to do that one. Bhuvi only gave up 4. He took 2 wickets in the first over, for crying out loud. The very first over, the second half of that first over, I got you with your wicket. This guy, I've never seen this before. I have never seen this in my entire life. First batsman, Bhuvi. Second batsman, Bhuvi. Third batsman, not out. Fourth batsman, fifth batsman, Bhuvi. Are you kidding me right now? Seventh batsman, Bhuvi. Batter, excuse me. 4 runs. His economy rate was 1. He is the cheapest man on the block. You better not hope he ever gives you a Christmas present or anything for Diwali or anything for anything. He's that stingy. He's that cheap. He had a maiden over in T20 in an Asia Cup against the Afghanistan team. That's no slouch whatsoever. And not just that. Afghanistan, not 1, not 2, but 3 ducks in their lineup. 3 of them in their lineup. Sorry about Bhuvi and all those 3 ducks. Are you kidding me? And I'm sorry. He was so expensive against Asmatullah, where he allowed him 1 run. 4 batters he faced, he gave up 1 run. Are you kidding me?
Disgusting.
This guy's insane right now. This is the craziest day ever of cricket, in my opinion. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't count for anything besides international numbers. 4 runs and 5 that is just absolutely mind-blowing.
Nick, this is how biased I am. I think it's better than Kohli's century. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
If it wasn't the 3-year wait, it would easily be better than Kohli's century.
Argument could be made. Let us know in the chat how many guys in a T20 has ever taken 5 wickets and only conceded 4 runs. I don't think it's ever happened. Let us know in the chat. I know that CFA Nation is going to come to our rescue. Real quick, Nick, for those people that think that this wasn't, first of all, you got to understand this was wearing on Kohli. Second of all, you got to understand he's a man, and all men are fallible. All men also have chinks in the armor. As much as we try to put up that brave front, and I just want to read this excerpt from the interview he gave afterwards, and he says, "I was really blessed. Really, I'm sorry. I feel really blessed, really grateful right now. The last 2.5 years or so have taught me a lot. I'm going to turn 34 in November, so celebrations are all from the past. I've put a lot of things into perspective. Actually, I was a little shocked because this was a format I expected a century at least to come in. It's all God's blessings. I've been working hard. This is the first time he said I, right? He's just been talking about being blessed or whatever, but he gives the grace of God. He says, this was just a special moment for me and for the team as well. I like that. Then later on in the interview, and this is where I love that he does this. As I said, when you have someone next to you having conversation, putting things in the right perspective, like I have been with Anushka, has been by my side right through all these times. Time away from the game taught me a lot of things. When I come back, I'm not as desperate. I was grateful for what God blessed me with before. And we talked about it. Stepping away from the game will help. Sometimes you got to take a breather. You got to put things into perspective. And again, you go through this journey, and you don't go through the journey alone. You go through the journey, and luckily he has Anushka there in his corner. But you knew it was wearing on him, being a brand new proud papa, being away from the family, the COVID bubble, all the stuff that's gone on, man. So I'm so happy for him, Nick. And honestly, even if you're not a Kohli fan, I know that Kohli has his fair share of detractors. I get it, all right? It's like the Kobe MJ argument, right? Nobody's ever going to be right. Who's the greatest? Oh, LeBron versus MJ. It is what it is. If you're a Sachin guy, you're a Sachin guy. But Kohli's sheer numbers say he's one of the greatest of all time. The guy's going to be a GOAT, period. And you got to give the guy credit to come out of that darkness, concede the fact that, yeah, I was in a rough place, and it was my partner who walked side by side with me, hand in hand, and helped me get through this. I mean, dude, I really appreciated that.
Now, because I am who I am and I'm naturally a wet blanket, let me just say one thing.
Here we go.
I wish this kind of stuff for Team India would happen when there was some pressure. That's all I'm going to say. There was no pressure in the Asia Cup. I'm not saying that's why Kohli went off and that's why Bhuvi went off. These guys were inhuman today. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm talking about the entire team, right? I wish we could see this in a pressure situation because I see a performance like this. We've seen Bhuvi getting much better in the last year. We've seen Hardy getting much better than the last year. We've seen Kohli getting much better in the last month or so. We got a World Cup around the corner. Let's hope as Team India fans that they can put this together during pressure. We saw them beat Pakistan the first match of the Asia Cup. That was pressure, and they were able to answer that call. So they have it in them. But with that being said, I had to get that out of the way. It's just the way I am. Absolutely so happy for Kohli. This was something that the quote you read right there said it all. This was something that was so long in the making, so awesome to see. Anyone that's a fan of cricket, you can't help but be happy for Kohli right there. Bhuvi is a man amongst boys right now. Absolutely phenomenal. KL had a great performance as well. It's fantastic to see what they saw. The bowling held Afghanistan, a very tough team, to 111. Those are my final thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Gabe, anything you want to say? Besides, Deepak Chahar is back. That's good to see because he was bowling in this match. That was also a good thing to see.
Good to see. Honestly, you said it the best. And until next time.